that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to say that I've been a fan since 1984. You guys have done a wonderful job since then.
Oh, thank you.
Second of all, thank you for having Blue Street trademark again. Because I really do like Silver Street, but I was told that it would never happen, but apparently it did. So thank you for bringing Blue Street's name back.
Blue Street? Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Finally, with the vast Transformer universe, I guess there's continue with generations for a long time, or at a certain point, because there's so many characters from Beast Wars, Generation 1, and all other Transformer lines as well.
Generations is definitely a great segment for us. We definitely plan to continue that segment as well. I mean, obviously with the history and lore of Transformers and 27, 28 years into it now, so much to build upon with Generations. So it's an exciting line to work on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Any chance of more Cybertroning, War for Cybertron figures somewhere down the line?
No. Good question.
Like Starscream, maybe.
You stumped me. We don't have anything to announce yet. So, but it's one of these stay tuned type of answers. So we do realize War for Cybertron was a great line for us. The video game was very well received, and the toys came out tremendous. We were really excited by the fan reaction. So we definitely know there's a lot of desire for more War for Cybertron type toys out there. So
is that a yes? A no?
We're all smiling up here, so.
Thank you.
It's definitely not a no.
I don't know what the situation was in the rest of the country, but at least out here in Southern California, between the release of the Dark of the Moon toys, there was a wave of generations that basically got lost with Warpath and all the toys of that way. Will there be a reship or an online availability? Because paying $40 for a $10 toy, even something as cool as Warpath, is a little much.
No, we hear you. There was some Reveal the Shield, like last waves.
Yeah, a lot of that got lost, and there was some really great stuff in there that it would have been nice to see.
Yeah, we're working on, we hear you, we saw a lot of that on the message boards. Because of One Dark of the Moon, just the way retail shipments come in, those last waves of the Reveal the Shield and that Generations wave there got cut off. So it was out there in limited supply. So we're looking at how we can possibly re-release and get out to the marketplace, because we realize there's a big demand for that. So yeah.
And then I guess my other question, in Transformers Prime, will there be any combiners?
Ooh, well, are you sticking around for the next panel?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's a great question for...
Ask it again.
I'll do that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Insist on it.
Hi, I was wondering, are there any plans to make a Generation 1 as Shockwave in the Generations line anytime soon, or Soundwave either in the Generations line?
Yeah!
In that Generation 1 type.
In G1 styling? Not right now. We do realize that both those characters are tremendously popular, especially when you see, like, even just like how they were reimagined in the movie, in their new stylings. But we're right now focused on with the movie stylings. As far as coming up with, in the future, we'll definitely keep that in mind. So they're two great characters to utilize.
So once all the movie toys are kind of done, then you can focus more on Generations, right?
Yeah, well, we'll go into kind of a cycle where, much like in 2010, where you go into a cycle of we call it a non-movie year in there, where it's post Dark of the Moon. So we can, as we have Prime, the Prime show with all the Prime toys coming out, and then also with Generations as well. So.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
You kind of showed the end of the Dark of the Moon line, but there's still kind of a lot of characters from the movie that could be done, like Brains, or the easy be paid as like a pink Bumblebee, or maybe even the Ferrari Dino.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any plans to expand the Dark of the Moon, or is that it?
That's the current line, the rest of the line for 2011. We have a few plans for spring 2012 that we haven't revealed yet, that we weren't quite ready to reveal today. But a lot, after, as we see those characters and how cool they are in the movie and how the fans have reacted to some of those characters, there's definitely some possibility for them in the future.
I'd also like to point out, if you made a leader class Wheelie in Brains, you'd have life-size Transformers.
That'd be pretty cool.
I was wondering, with Ultimate Prime for Dark of the Moon, how come his forearms are so Ghibli and blocky?
I'll leave that to design.
Do you mean the inner robot or the outer robot?
Inner.
The inner robot, the arms are heavy and blocky because they need to interact with the outer armor and still retain some of that posability. It's quite a design challenge to create a suit of armor for a robot that still retains the posability. So there are some compromises that have to be made.
Another question. Optimus always seems to look the same in every incarnation, but the other characters, like Ironhide, he always looks different. Like the Unicron trilogy, he looks completely different from G1, and in the movie, he looks completely different from his previous incarnations. Why do all the other characters not look like their previous incarnations?
That's a good question. That's something that comes up quite a bit, as we are always reimagining, redesigning, relooking at Transformers. I mean, it goes both ways. Some characters like Optimus, are just so iconic, to the brand that, everyone on the planet knows who that is. Other characters, a lot of us know who they are, but it's always fun to go in and kind of mix those up and change them around and do something different. So it's just kind of a way to keep creative and be fresh with our approach. And, I think Optimus Prime is even gone through evolutions, and we'll probably go through evolutions in the future. So, yeah, it just keeps the brand fresh. Is that a good answer?
Yeah.
Cool costumes, too.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you all for being here. Just thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
I'm actually looking into getting into toy design myself. Looking into going to Otis College. I was wondering if you guys have any tips, pointers.
Come talk to us after the panel.
Oh, we'll do.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, I've always been a fan of the Beast Wars series, and I was wondering with the new ride, is there going to be any of those characters besides Optimus involved in that? Because I would love to see Waspinator and some of the other characters from that involved with that ride. And that's just a suggestion, but...
No, they're not.
Oh.
But
Well,
you never know.
okay.
This is kind of out of left field, but I was just curious if you guys ever considered doing an It Gets Better video featuring Optimus Prime for the It Gets Better project. I'm familiar with that. So for bullied teens and people all over the world, I think Optimus Prime would be pretty good for that. Pixar did Woody, so I don't know.
We don't even answer that right now, but come talk to us afterwards. Yeah,
Alright, cool.
Be great.
Will the evac figure be available in retail, or will it be exclusive to the gift shop that the ride will inevitably drop you in?
It will be...
True. It'll be in both. It'll be in the cool gift shop. In the, but also at mainline retail as well. So both.
Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to know, will there be another Transformer movie, or is that it for the three of them?
As with Dark of the Moon coming out, obviously a tremendous movie, and with the first three movies there all being tremendous movie. There's no announcements of a next movie. Be exciting if there was, so we'll all stay tuned.
We're sure hoping so. That'd be great.
Would you like? People want to see another movie? All right.
Okay, we'll go. Thank you.
I just wanted to say the Human Alliance wave is fantastic.
Thank you.
Two quick questions. A, what is the estimated shelf date for the Soundwave? And B, are you guys at all considering doing more redeco refreshers of, say, Barricade or Jazz or Mudflap?
So the estimated shelf date for Soundwave is, we're looking at the end of the year, at the end of 11. And what was your second question?
If you guys recently released Skids and a darker version of Bumblebee in the Human Alliance line, are you guys at all considering doing any redeco re-releases of, say, Barricade or Jazz or Mudflap?
We don't have that planned for Human Alliance right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
Thank you.
All right, I'm really pin-lynched out of this room for this question, but what happened to Power Core Combiners? What happened to that last wave? We still can't find Brimstone, or we can't still find Brimstone. So, like, I know you guys have some plans for, I think you guys discussed this at BotCon, where you guys said that you guys do plan on taking the remaining waves of the classics and reveal the shields and put them like places like Ross and stuff like that. But what about Power Core Combiners? Like, what's the fate of that?
I think similar to the question before, you know, that we realized since earlier this year, those last waves that may have not gotten out to retail or that were in limited shipment, that we are possibly, you know, looking at a possible plan of how to re-release those in the market. We realize there's a lot of fans that would like to see those last waves, including the Power Core Combiner. So,
all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, I thought of one more. I really enjoyed Drift and the comic-inspired Thunderwing from Generations. I was wondering if there are any more plans for toys from the IDW comics, say a Sonic Tank Blaster, or the new design for Springer or Cybertron and Ratbat, anything like that along those lines. Or new Dinobots, maybe.
Black Shadow was in IDW.
That would be pretty cool.
My question is for anyone on the panel, is there a favorite character that you have not gotten to design for that you would like to see fitted into any one of the product lines?
I love Swerve, and I've never actually gotten to design one, so that's one I'd like to do.
Excellent. Anyone else?
I'll just jump in. I think just in general, any character that we do, just going and redesigning it again is fun. You know, that's the first class. So they've all been done. The ones I've always wanted from when I was a kid, and just doing them over and over again is exciting. So
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I had a question about the Generations line. I heard a rumor that there was going to be a Generations RC, like a G1 style RC figure coming out. I don't know if that was that true or anything about that at all?
There's the
we have one more question.
Yeah. We've got the Prime RC. Obviously, is coming out. We've discussed the G1 RC coming out, so that it's definitely been thrown on the table as far as one of the re-releases out there. So we'll stay tuned.
Thanks. And this is the last question. So anybody else after this, question down to the booth and talk to us afterwards.
Is there going to be another Triple Changer Springer? Ever since fans' projects swore about Defender? Ooh.
It's a great question.
He stumped us.
Next question. Unfortunately, we have nothing to announce right now, but thank you for the question. That's a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
You guys are great. Enjoy the show. Come down the panel or come down the booth and see us. Stick around. We've got Transformers Brand panel coming up and some great stuff. Thanks, guys.
Let me switch. Yeah.